Hi, this is our senior Zoom for September 29th, and we're going to go over some things. First off, books are being graded, and some of those are already in there, um, are already in the grade book. The books were pretty good overall. Most of them actually, it's fun to see you guys be creative. And so I'm opening the book, and it's like a surprise of what you guys are going to say. And some people are just kind of taking information, gleaning it from other sources, and then some of you guys are taking information and making it your own, or adding to it, or putting it in your own way, and that's really exciting. So some of these books have been very pleasurable to read, and so keep doing that. Keep being creative. Do it your way. Don't just copy and paste. If you didn't get a good score, then go back to the rubric, look at what the rubric tells you to do, and try to fix those. I try to leave some comments on those that need to be fixed. I try to leave some comments on those that kind of surprised me, but if I didn't leave you a comment, I'm sorry. In general, they were all very good. I want to talk about the resumes. A lot of you guys submitted your resumes, and most of them were very good. But resume is one of these documents where you really want it to be perfect. For some reason, in our job market, if you're relying on a resume, you're looking at the resume and you're almost looking to see who's careful and who's not careful. And first off, I know that some people get hired because of who they are. They show up at the right time, and kind of like verbally, somebody else vouches for you. But for a lot of other jobs, you have to send in a resume, and so people look at the resume and they judge that. So here's some resume feedback right here. This is somebody's, and you'll notice right here the date and the Shepherdsville, Kentucky is not aligned correctly, and this can be solved by using the right align. I think I call it the right justified. But if you click on anything and you want it to be shoved all the way to the right side, then click up here where it says align right, and it'll put everything where it'll be together on the right side. So it won't start together on the left, but it'll end together on the right side. You'll see that'll look very good. Look right here. There's a space that's not on this line, and so somebody might look at it and they say, well, they're just throwing this resume together. Would they really want it? Or you compare it to somebody else's resume. They say, well, this resume has not been, looked over very well, and this resume has. So all else equal, I might take the one that's a little bit neater. Um, learn how to efficiently run a business and manage money. I'd say that's good for entry level. I might just say efficiently ran a business and handled or managed all aspects of money with the business, right? Manage the business's financial aspects, something like that. Going down here, this is someone's reference page. You'll see that they actually have a dot between the first and last name, so maybe it was taken off of an email address or something. Um, it clearly looks copy paste. I mean, you've got these names in this font. You've got the email addresses still underlined in blue, and then you have the phone numbers in a different font, different color. And so you've got a lot going on here, and it really doesn't look like it really doesn't look professional. And so at least take the time to make the document appear professional. You never know when you're going to need this document to impress somebody. You never know when your resume is going to be compared to someone else. Here's another one right here. You'll see that these two are not aligned right correctly. You also see high school diploma. It says May 2018. I know this person is a senior. I know they're not going to graduate, or they have not graduated in May 2018. I think that they probably did the resume last year and they put I'm a student in May of 2018. If you haven't graduated yet, the way it should be written is expected graduation May 2021, or whatever year you're expected to graduate. If you've graduated, then that's the year you put. Just put May 2021 when you have your high school diploma. You can say, graduated that year. Or I guess I think there's another way to do it, but I'm not sure of the word right now. But the date, if the date is in the future, put the word expected, and you can put expected 2021 or expected graduate or expected diploma 2021. Okay. A lot of honors right here. This is, very good. And then they go down to Chick-fil-A. And again, this person did not use the right align button. They just used space or tab to get those words pushed over to the right. And so they're not aligned with anything. And then you can even see this person says worked with money. Okay, you worked with money, but what else? If other people worked with money, did you do anything better with money? Like, did you, maybe you can say you balanced your drawer every single time, or you're very proficient with handling money. Um, you know, even a terrible cashier can put down that they work with money. So here's another one. Let's see. Why did I pull this one out? Oh, the prior to each section. I thought that I'm not seeing anything that's too bad. Oh, the dates. Oh, the dates. It says employment, Walmart, Shepherdsville, Kentucky, associate, August 2019. Is that your starting date, or is that your ending date, or what is that? So you want to have the date you start and the date you go to, and if you're still currently employed, you say, maybe August 2019 to present. And you're using the word present, say like I still am currently employed. And then if you are still working at that job, then your bullet points below that need to be in present tense. Okay. And then if you quit that job or if you left that job in the past, then those bullet points underneath that job need to be in past tense. And so some of you guys do not align your tenses with your dates. Okay. That's the big thing for resumes. You guys are going to do the FAFSA coming up. You guys will go through Naviance, and there's a link to go to the FAFSA. I do know that the FAFSA forecaster was down on that yesterday, Monday. Go back and try that in order to get used to what you're going to have to do with the FAFSA. The FAFSA might take you a day or two. You might have to start it and then go ask your parents some question or go find out some information and then go back and finish it. But you need to finish the FAFSA. You guys, you never know. It might come out where you're going to essentially go to school for free if you want because of FAFSA. And if you get that scholarship and any other scholarships with it, sometimes those scholarships will combine to get check back. So like my daughter is a foster kid and she is, independent. She's not adopted. So when she filled out the FAFSA, she essentially, checked the boxes for what she is, and she got a full scholarship to University of Louisville, and that's needs based. I mean, she has no money, no assets, and so doing the FAFSA really helped her out. Now that, on top of the Keys money, on top of some other scholarships that she got a couple of checks back, and she got several thousands of dollars in student loans just given to her as cash, so she can use those to use for gas or insurance, or she can use those for to buy her books or whatever she wants. Common App application, we're going to talk about the Common App, but hopefully you guys filled that out, and this way you can say like I did the application for college. By all means, you don't have to turn it into a college, but you have it done, and you've done the essay, and I'm going to talk about the essay a little bit more. The tests are graded. We will do makeups and probably a curve depending on how everything goes. If you haven't taken it yet, please take it. It was pointed out to me that I posted the study guide key into financial math A, but not financial math B. For that, I'm so sorry. I posted that into B. You guys can take a look at that study guide. I have to find a way to make that up to people who were in financial math B. So I'm terribly sorry about that. And then in-person school resumes in October. Hope you guys are getting ready for that. Guys need to make plans now. If you have a job, that you're currently working, you need to tell your bosses, or you need to find a way to make that schedule work. Okay. Some of you guys are going on or staying on the cloud, and you might still be able to work. But don't leave it to the last minute, because it'll be a very big frustration between you and your bosses, when school starts back up. Let's talk about the essays real quick. And so this is a essay example. This works for prompts 1, 2, and 7 in the Common App, which is what we did. The person started off with a quote from the Bible, which is absolutely fine. There's nothing to say you can't do that. So then Cain said to the Lord, "My punishment is greater than I can bear. I shall be a fugitive and wander of the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me." And then he starts his essay. And I want to point out a couple of things. So look at the way he starts it. He says, "Here's a secret that no one in my family knows." And that already, he's saying, hey, here's a secret. It's kind of getting my attention as a reader. And then it goes even further. "I shot my brother when I was 6. Oh my gosh, I want to hear about this. This is crazy. Okay, this is what we call a hook, all right? When you guys write an essay, you should consider, depending on what you're trying to write and what you're trying to accomplish, but when you're trying to grab the reader's attention, you want to try to start with something that gets people's attention or becomes familiar with them, okay? Some of you guys had some absolutely fantastic lines in your resume, and I would read a part of this paragraph and I would read a sentence, and I'd get my attention up. But that was maybe in the middle or towards the bottom of what you were writing. And, by that time I was, trying to get through the writing. My point is, you guys all had something really exciting to say. Try to identify what something you said or what you can say that hooks the reader, that gets their attention, and put that at the top, or consider putting it at the top. Because then the reader is going to be much more into what you're reading. Keep in mind, for me, I am reading how many, like 25 college essays times rough drafts. So it's a lot, and it's hard for my brain to do that, especially when I'm not used to it. The people reading college essays, or if you were to apply for a scholarship where you have to write an essay, or maybe you're writing a cover letter for a job, okay, if you're reading like 300 of these in a week, or 50 in a day or something. I don't know if you can do 50 in a day. I'm sure that some people have to. Then you want something to get yours to stand out, and you want something to get the reader's attention so that they will pay attention to your writing. Okay, and that's very important. All right, it goes on, and this is, by the way, is from the examples that I posted in the assignment, where I linked 26 great college application essays. And you can go in and finish this. I only did the top 3. But the other thing I want to talk about is how much of this is from, like, it talks about me. Some of you guys wanted to talk about your family. Some of you guys want to talk about a friend, or some of you guys want to talk about an experience, but you really didn't say enough about you. Maybe you didn't talk about how that experience affected you. Maybe you didn't talk about why your relationship with your family was so important to you, or how does it go back to you? You really, in this essay, you really want to tell people about yourself. And that's the same for cover letters. When you guys write a cover letter, you want to tell your potential employer about yourself. and it's very hard to do. Most people, myself included, do not like talking about ourselves. I, for one, prefer to do a job and let people judge me based on that. Or, if you really wanted to get to know me, get to know me. But we don't always have that option. So, um, practicing talking about yourself is important. I mean, talking about yourself is an important skill. And so, the truth is, I was always jealous of my brother, and there was another line in here. This to me right here. To me, John was cocky. You're not saying John was cocky or my brother was cocky. You're saying to me, John was cocky. Saying to me, I don't feel like people should just take religion at face value. There's a paper in there about religion. But to me, I don't feel like people. To me, I feel like people that work on cars are really interesting. Instead of saying people who work on cars are interested, say to me this is the way I feel. Or instead of saying people need to save their money, say to me people need to save their money. I believe people need to save their money. Make the essay about yourself. Tell the reader about you. Okay, and the last thing I want to point out is this is separated into paragraphs, and some of these are only 2 or 3 sentences long, but each different idea is separated into a different paragraph. Okay, this top paragraph right here is, setting up like, hey, I shot my brother. Nobody knows about this. This is why I'm writing the essay. I'm writing the essay to tell you I shot my brother. And then it changes like, okay, the next idea is to say, you have to know my background. So my background is this, and because I grew up in this family, I was always jealous of my brother. And then the next sentence is going into details about this, like what happened that I was always jealous. It's a different idea. The details of why I'm jealous of my brother is different than me telling you that I'm jealous of my brother. Okay. Each different idea needs its own paragraph. And some of our essays are just everything clumped together, and there's not an easy flow to read it. And so you have to read it, and it kind of jumbles the information up. Okay, so each idea, even though it's related, you want to separate out into different paragraphs. Okay, again, grades are going in. Do you have any news or exciting plans or changes for next year as we work through naviance? The rest of this week is in Career Ready is all naviance, so you guys go through that. There's not exit slips for everything, so sometimes just go in there and put in answers. I am not grading the naviance responses you put in there, but I am grading that you have completed the module. I do not know if Miss Rickard or someone from the district will be grading your responses in naviance. So if you might be okay putting a short answer, and you might, they might ask you to do it again. I would say naviance is very geared towards kids going to study at a college or university. And so you might have to tweak that when it says, like, what are you going to do when you live apart from your parents in college? You might say, well, I'm not going to college, but this is what I'm going to live like after high school. Or they might say, like, this is how you budget your money for college. And you say, well, I'm not going to college, but here's how I'm going to budget my money next year. Okay, so don't. It's trying to pin people down into college, and I feel like naviance is trying to do that, and I sympathize with anyone who is not interested in going to a major college or university. So just just answer the questions of naviance honestly and say, this is what I want to do, and you'll be fine. Okay. I hope you guys are having a good time, and I hope you're staying safe. And if we can see each other either on Zoom or in person this month, that'd be great.